Not exam review. Might be 5 parts. I hope y'all enjoyed your commercial break. Next, in this next session, we'll be going over the login route, making sure that we have the validation set up, verifying this new movie link, because before we can even create this home page, we have to make sure we have movies to populate it. So we will be making the form for this, for our movie, as well as making sure that it validates and that it is added to the database. And then lastly, we'll be handling this log out link in the corner, which basically makes sure that when they log out, they can't get to this page without logging back in. Cool. All right. So first up, login rules. So let's go ahead and knock out the login. Um, let's see here. We got our URLs. Obviously, we'll have to create a login route. So we can do that real quick. Is that fine with y'all?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's just start off with that. Path login views.login.
And this route is coming from the action of that login form.
The action of that login form. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and jump to our HTML real quick.
See.
So login.
That's why.
This is why we named this this URL login, because this name has to match this name.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So everything else should be the same on our HTML. Now we'll go into our views. Dev login request. Do we need to take in any other information besides request based on our post?
Well, it would be based on
Okay.
if you had a route parameter, but you don't.
Okay.
It's just going to slash login.
All right, cool. So,
What's wrong?
Huh?
Why didn't it call it like the other ones? What's wrong?
I got it into return.
Oh.
Cool. So what do we do once we go into the login path? So the user will get to this page. It will immediately fill out this form. These are both request post methods. And so it should be somewhat similar to this, but not quite. Do you guys want to? Where should we go first?
Said, what's the first thing to do?
The first thing to do? Print request, yes. I see what you did there. Y'all failed that test. That was supposed to be for y'all to say. Alright, cool. Print. Post.
And what do we always do on
We
a
test
post
it.
method? If you're taking in post information, redirect.
Okay. We have to register fully first to be able to log in.
I thought you did.
You created a person. Let's just
With the password and
keep it
everything?
blank.
Oh,
For now,
you're right.
just press login. And
Okay.
see.
Cool. So, obviously, we have to.
I don't think it's safe.
Oh. But it did remind me, though, we do have to create our validation before we can even focus on anything else. So,
But first, we just want to print out what's coming back from the form because we want to
Okay.
make sure we're getting the right information.
okay. So, first we want to make sure that we get back what we print from the forums, because we want to make sure.
Request.post.
So, basically,
So
this is our
email,
CSRM tag.
Okay.
We have our email,
Email?
and then we have and our password.
Is it email or username?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, it's
It's email. Okay. We got lucky there. All right. So we can definitely get the information from our two our two inputs in our form. So the next step is what? Starts with a V. There you go. All right, we gotta validate to make sure we're good. So, do we do anything in here? You sure?
See, when he says it like that, you got
Cool. So this is the same validator that we use. This is our registration validator. So obviously,
So we need a login function.
So here's my question: do we need to create another class?
No,
Okay.
Another function.
Alright. Y'all on it. Alright. So we got our return from that one. So let's do def login validation. Validator? Is that what we called it? Validator. Okay. And then we'll take in self and form colon, and of course eventually we're going to return errors. Make sense? Alright, so now we're going to, one thing I think that's important to understand is that you want to use like the code you've done from the past to help you with the future. So we might not remember every step, but we can start from the beginning. So of course we want to copy that, put that in here, right? Do we have to do that? I mean, really all we need is the email and the password, right?
Yeah, you don't want those usernames.
Right.
Because those keys don't exist in this. Because in this request, of course, we only have email.
Cool. So of course we want to make sure that our variables is set for our form. Then after that, we want to, oh, okay, thank you. We want to create our errors dictionary. And after that, we want to do our if not, our conditionals. So, if not email, what are we going to do?
Error.
Okay. Uh-huh. What do you want to say? Okay. Let's just do please enter email. Oh, man. Please enter email to login. Okay. You don't do what? You sure?
We don't have to filter.
Yeah, we should also check.
Y'all want to do the filter now, or y'all want to just get the blank options out the way?
If not, one password.
Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just finish the empty one first. Okay. 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 This password required. Okay. So now we need to
Error's
check.
password is spelled.
Pass Rod, man. Everybody knows that. Alright. Aleph. Do we need to do Aleph?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So last time we did password is now equal to password confirmation. So we know that we can go right here.
Well, here we don't have a confirmed password.
Right, we don't have a confirmed password, but we will have to compare it the same way, right? When we have to do password equals some other.
Well, first we
Oh,
want to
yeah,
check that they have it.
that the email is on file.
Yeah.
So we want to say if we use that here, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's say that Aleph not here.
Yeah, not.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So this basically tells us that this email that you entered in is not in our objects file. So if that's the case, then we can do errors email equals email not in database, please register. Database?
Email not
No,
found.
Email not found. Yeah.
Please register.
Please register.
Now we need to check the passwords.
Okay, so
The password of the user that matches that email with the password that was simply.
so we know that the password was put in. We know that some passwords put in, right? So now we need to do
Oh, the email part because
Don't y'all think it should go right here? Because if the email, wait, all right. So we check to make sure that the email's in there, right? But we have to be able to access this email, I guess, right? Is it this part of the email? We need to be able to connect it to this user for his password to be able to compare it to ours, right?
we need to run a query to get the user object that matches that email.
We need to run a query that gives us that user object with that email. So we do need an else.
So I would put that as part of the email, not the password.
Oh yeah,
Because you want to first make sure that it does exist.
right. And then
Before you
else
try to run
before we like it don't even matter what password you put in if you don't have an email that's in the registry, right?
Okay. Yeah. Do that.
And so else email checks out. Then now we're just focusing on password.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you enter a plain password, that's what's gonna show up. But if the password entered in, what? What just happened? The password entered in doesn't match the email that's here. Then we need to create an error for that. How do we
So
check?
maybe put else instead.
Else right here.
Yeah. So now we can check.
Now we need to check. Okay. So we need to be able to be like
So let's
password.
get the user.
Oh.
Let's get
Oh.
the user.
Okay.
Who
User
matches that?
equals
Yeah.
user dot objects dot get ID equals.
So the
We
first
don't have
part.
the ID.
We don't have a user ID.
Where you remember we're matching on email.
Email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Email equals email. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Cool. So basically, we're saying that we want to get the user that has the email that matches the email that they just entered.
And then we're going to compare that user's
Okay.
password to the password that was submitted.
Password. What are we gonna do?
9.
Oh yeah. If it's not equal to it, then obviously we're going to give them an error. Incorrect password. Please try again. 3 attempts left. I'm just fine. We'll get to that stage. You got 3 more chances.
Okay. That looks good.
Alright, cool.
That's fine. And so, wait, let's check. So was this pass call in views? Let's check our views.
Login validated. No, it definitely wasn't. Definitely wasn't.
Okay, yeah, we haven't called
Okay. So, well, we can keep that there, but alright, so how do we call it?
you. Not yet. That's the value based on errors. But yeah, errors. It's equal to- And then call and passing
Then.
right.
Y'all see it up there?
Yeah.
Did you print errors?
We didn't print errors.
So let's comment out the print request first.
Okay.
We don't get anyone. We do.
Good. Fresh. Cool. We didn't get it.
Please,
No, you
please
did.
enter email.
Okay,
You're only
cool.
gonna get that one because it's not.
Right. And let's say we put in my email address, one that actually matches. We should get
Yeah.
password required. And let's say we do the email, and then we do wrong password. Incorrect password. Please try again. Cool. All right. So check. Wait. Yeah. We're good on that. So we finished validation all the way, right? So now we're done with validation. So now,
We need to.
oh, we gotta display them on the
message or something,
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So based on errors,
Equator.
yes.
Okay. Well, but I don't know how to look up. What do we say next
Or
on? Okay.
key body.
All right. Keep it going.
In error that items involved.
Hey, how does he know this?
Why do you say that?
Oh, come on.
You remember that already?
Come on, Saul. Say it for the camera, man. What is it, man? So, come on, Saul.
They say that.
No, I need the quote, man. It's so.
So easy.
Thanks, Paul.
PG. I can paste it.
Alright, I'm gonna cry this baby. This baby said
I
that.
think you should spell it because that actually says errors dot item.
Oh my
That should say dot items.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Alright. Ah, man, that's funny. He's humble, though, because he really could have worked that the whole way through. Alright. We're good? Y'all ready to test it? Do we have our tags in? Have we put our tags into our HTML yet? So maybe we need
Let's see
to.
what happens if you do it.
Okay.
Right
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Because this email address name is the same as this
Oh,
email
yeah.
address name.
now. No, it's because the key that we use when we
Same
said
thing.
errors key,
Mhm.
errors email, it's the same.
Yeah.
So how come it didn't show on this email address too?
Well, first we didn't.
Oh, we didn't put this
didn't-
code in there.
If you copy over what you have before,
Right.
go ahead and copy that.
We're going out to email, right? So
Email,
copy.
just copy that big block from 35 to 41.
Okay. Label. Okay.
And let's do the same for password.
So, but we don't need to worry about making their names anything, right? Like,
So, like,
I don't need to make login email different than registration email.
yeah, you will. Actually.
We will?
Yeah,
Okay.
To make it faster, just change the login email and
Yeah, so like change this to
the login. That one you can.
login email?
Yeah.
Right, login
Oh.
email.
And then let's change it.
And this name right here, right?
Oh no, you don't have to change that.
I don't have to change that? Okay.
No.
Alright, cool. Well, let me copy this over and then we'll go back and change both passwords. I don't know why we copied it.
So when you make a change, it's the key in errors.
Gotcha. Model for our login.
Errors. Email, make it error login.
No.
Same one you want for customers.
Alright.
Because when you go to views,
What about right here?
no, that's coming from the form.
Oh,
So
Gotcha.
that's a key in your request post.
Because in our views,
Yeah, in login, when you loop through errors.items, key will be, first it will be one of them, like login email,
Hmm.
and then login password.
Okay. Okay. So now
That's
it
how
should
it's getting
appear.
changed.
Should
Yeah.
appear at the
Now
right
it's
place
changed.
now. Hmm. Login. You should,
Yeah.
cause we changed our
Did you change
name.
it in the form?
We changed it in the form.
HTML?
Mhm.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, let's
So
see.
okay, I'll show it to you. Um, input. Oh no, the name is still email, and the password name is still password.
Yeah.
Should I change that too? So we're getting the correct. Is that necessary?
You don't
Okay.
Can I see your registered one?
Which one?
You didn't change this, right? Is it
No.
still the same email?
Email. Email.
Maybe. You might have to change all of them. Maybe.
All login. All login email, right? I can't do just change these to login email and be fine. So instead of like right here, change this name to login email.
Okay, you can change that email.
Yeah, no. But it's only this one.
Try it.
Okay, so that's it for that one. And then I would have to
If you
change.
that, you'll have to change the form. That one.
Right. But at least we know it's getting the right place. So it should be checking from the right spot, right? Hmm.
Did you refresh this page?
Now I'll refresh.
I think it's okay. You don't need to do it. You might have to make them different.
I think so.
Yeah.
Make what difference specifically?
So if
Because
you go
login
up
email.
to red, make it red, not that one, the errors. Errors email.
Okay.
Make
The
it
errors?
Red underscore email.
Right here?
23.
Gotcha. Right here?
No,
Oh.
23.
You think I need to make these red underscore email too? Okay.
Just do it for that one. Oh, yeah, the three emails. And then change the one for in your index.
No. Your house? Right here?
Yeah, and you're right. Change the email to red underscore
Just the main portion, right?
No.
Okay, just this part right
email.
here?
Tab. So just do that for password.
Okay.
I would change all the names stuff. But
Yeah. I gotta go to
yeah, so
I'm gonna have to change it
say
here
if you want
eventually.
to just change the minimum right now, just change the password. Yeah, keep it password. And then change the key in models. No.
Because how's it gonna get the
That
right
one's
one?
coming from the form.
But we have in the form we changed the never mind.
No,
I get
you
it.
change the name.
I get it. So
Yeah,
we gotta
just
go to
change the
What?
views, right?
No.
It's in models.
It would be where you're creating the key and errors,
Mm-hmm.
like line 37, line 39.
Right.
That needs to be red.
Oh, because these are just our messages. Gotcha.
That's it.
Okay. Oh, I understand now. hit us with the password required, right? Oh, I didn't save my HTML. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we got our validation done. Alright. Come on, guys, hang in there with me. We gotta get through the new movie link and maybe the lockout. Huh?
Can you go to HTML?
Do y'all want more space? Do y'all want me to hide this over here?
Oh, view.
Oh, yeah, that's
Models. Can you go to
Models?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't have to change this one.
You only have to change that
Okay.
if you change the name in your form. For the
Okay.
input.
Got it. Okay.
We did that just because we were trying it out.
Got it.
Alright, so next we're doing new movie link. So we are going to do. It's still the same video. Are y'all good? Y'all are great. I gotta use the restroom. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Go,
So.
go.
Alright, cool. Do this.